It is day 30, marking effectively 1 month. I don't know whether you'd count day 30 or day 31 as a 1 month checkpoint. But in either case, surely our dad is a little bit worried about how we're doing, right? We're a 14-year-old kid in this mansion for a whole month. And we haven't sent any letters back to dad. Also, why isn't dad with us here? Now that we're the owner of the manor. Tool shed, the hovel, the root cellar. We'll take the tool shed. 2 special items are nice. Look at that. Metal detector. If I can pick it up. And a watering can for some gems. That will be redundant if we do get the emerald bracelet from the coat check. But until then, having additional gems is nice. And you never know, maybe we'll get the study and then we can use those gems for rerolls. Now, today, I think something I need to focus on is the paintings, because he said something, by he I mean Herbert, says something in his note about the paintings giving us a message and then using that message for the safes. Because he said, I hope you haven't been noting down dates and all that stuff. So, I would really like to get into these safes and figure out what's going on with those. Nook or the commissary. I think we'll take the Nook here. We only have 1 money because I didn't pick up my allowance. We'll go back and pick up the allowance soon. There's the key. So yeah, I think solving the paintings is a big deal. Corridor, secret passage. Let's take the spare green room here. But I'm not going to run into it. Although we could grab a gem with the watering can. Okay, sure, we'll do that. Okay, we'll water this spare room. Nice. We'll open another door. Also, apparently there's something in here to look at. Your package is currently in transit, so no use getting the mail room right now. The West Wing Hall, the commissary. We'll take the West Wing Hall here. Provides options. And then we're just going to turn around and... oh, pick up a broken lever, I suppose. Nice. If we get to the casino, maybe we can use it there. I would really like to. I want to go... well, let's peek through this doorway. Dead end, not dead end, and pantry. I think these are effectively all the same because the entrance hall is right there. So we'll take the pantry. It doesn't cost anything and it provides us some money. But we're not going to enter it right now. Yeah, sure we will. Okay. Just thinking in terms of steps, does it make sense to go through here and open the door this way? Then we have to run around to the entrance hall again. But potentially we don't, so... or we still do because the allowance is there, right. The kennel and the chapel. Yeah, okay, this actually turned out a little bit poorly. I guess I should have gone from the entrance hall since we are more likely to want to go straight. Yeah. Okay, I messed that up a little bit. We'll put the chapel down, but we're not going to run through it right now. Oh, actually, dang. I was thinking we need to check what letter would be in this room here. The chapel itself doesn't have any pictures, so that's too bad. But basically, I want to confirm whether or not it's a G. Because I currently have, for the second row of rooms, I have E, and that was a slight guess. Because, well, I mean, I guess they're all guesses technically. But I currently have E-I-H-T, so I imagine this is G for 8. But yeah, I just want to confirm that, whether I'm right on the right track there or not. Speaking of right, let's go out the right door. We have a watering can, and there's something... there we go, there's a coin in the corner. We also have a spot to dig if we get a shovel. Okay. Floor plan, rarity, adjustment. The observatory, we can make that more common, and I think we will. It's currently standard, we'll make it commonplace. And the wine cellar, we're going to make it rare. We never actually take this one. So I'm going to change that to rare. Someday we will take it. Terrace, green rooms do not cost gems to draft. Right now, at this moment, I don't care for this because we generally have the emerald bracelet. However, I think my plan in the long run is to get the master key. And then we would be using the master key in the code check, at which point gems do become very valuable again. So I'm actually going to make this commonplace for us. Am I going to make it commonplace or am I going to make it standard? You know what? No, maybe I'll keep it as standard. Because how often do we actually get this that we need it? And the room itself isn't too super special. It doesn't have any doorways out. Keep it standard. Okay. We just made the observatory more common. We made the wine cellar less common. I think we'll take the parlor here because so far we don't have the emerald bracelet, so we may as well collect gems until that point. And I don't really need the kitchen right now. This box contains the gems. The blue box has a true statement, and the empty boxes both have true statements. If that was lying, then the empty boxes both have false statements. And this would have to be a false. So these would both be empty, which means that this is truth, and it would have the gems. If this is telling the truth, then these are both true. And this is a lie. This box does not contain the gems. Yeah, okay, this is the only one with anything saying about the containing the gems, so it's going to be in this box. There you go. I couldn't figure out that puzzle there, but just by method of elimination, you know, kind of. We're at 44 money already? What's my allowance? Allowance is 38. When did that happen? Wow. Okay. So money is easy to come by now. Jeez. I thought we were at like 26 or something. Metal detector. Oh, key in the corner. Perfect. Let's head on eastward. Classroom, there's the coat check, there's the guest bedroom. I think we'll take the coat check here. Classroom gives us an additional door, that's true. But this way we can take all the expensive rooms, which includes things like the passageway and stuff, without feeling bad. Let's keep checking southward. Ooh, it's locked. Okay, I'll leave that one for now. Because we don't need to go... Ooh, okay. Is the passageway always locked? It would appear so. Conference room, that was a security door. We've already gone to the courtyard. I was thinking we could go through the east and maybe get a courtyard up and down, but we've already taken that on the west side. I don't want to go north because it's more likely to be locked, so let's go through the passageway south. Nursery, furnace, and workshop. We'll take the workshop. I don't know that we'll actually combine anything at this moment. We do have a battery now. And this is telling us that there's an E in this spot, which I had not previously marked down. So 4 from the bottom, 2 from the right. That's an E. Good to be aware of. The workshop will let us eventually solve the whole painting thing without having to actually solve the paintings. Well, let's have a quick look. Oh, look, there's pictures up there. So pine and pinch? I don't know how those come out to an E. I didn't even realize that showed the pictures in here. Battery pack with a broken lever and a shovel. Makes a jackhammer. I don't feel the need for a jackhammer. That just gave us more gems. Emerald bracelet doesn't combine with anything. Metal detector and the shovel does make a detector shovel. And you know what? That was not bad. That one is pretty decent, right? We still have a detector, I think. Let's do that. There it is. Greater chance of finding keys and money. Much greater chance of finding keys and money while digging. And keys are what we need. So we're happy. The storeroom, the library, and the mailroom. Alright, we'll do the storeroom here. That would be the correct choice, I believe. Also, a digging spot. 2 keys, gem. And let's dig for maybe more keys. Ooh, the key to the secret garden. There you go. There's a clock. And a lock. Hey, so this would be C. Clock and lock. That is the third from the bottom. I have no idea what these letters are spelling out in our notes so far. Alright. Heading northward. Or, should we go to the secret garden? I guess we can. Let's do it. Special keys, secret garden key. That's a nice way through. And there's a gem. And a sledgehammer. Oh yeah. We did have... There was a single trunk over in the veranda, I think, right? Veranda or the courtyard, somewhere around there. We have some digging to do. Got a key. Okay. Secret Garden's a pretty good room. Even if we don't need access to the antechamber, it's worthwhile coming here. But we have access to the antechamber now from the west side. We aren't doing so well on steps. We're at 48. I know it's funny to say that we're not very good on steps when we're at 48. That's basically what you start out at. But, yeah, we have a lot of rooms left to explore. I see a lot of backtracking in our future. So we're going to run out of steps pretty quickly. So getting to the antechamber means we have to run down to the reservoir area and unlock it from there and then run all the way back up here and everything. We'll see if we do it. Got another key, though. Wow. There you go. Feeling much more confident about our chances now. The secret passage, the nursery, and the library. I think we'll take the secret passage, and then we'll put a green room, maybe. Green rooms are more likely to find items. Let's do that. Green thumb. Oh, and sand. And sand. That would be an S in... What is this place? Fourth from the bottom on the right side. Okay. We're doing well. Getting some of these paintings out. There we are. And there's some coins. At 55, that's pretty good. Solarium, patio, and courtyard. Let's take the solarium here. It's a dead end anyways. We get a gem from that flower, we get a gem from the table, we have a hat and a lucky rabbit's foot. Ooh. Greater chance of finding items. This was how to open the cloister grounds. We've got a couple pictures. Peak and P. That'd be a K. Peak and P, probably. 3 from the bottom on the right side. Ooh. I hope I'm doing these correctly because I have no idea what that word's gonna spell. We have C, not known. A, C, K. Clack? Crack? Okay. I don't know if I'm on the right track. If we get to the end of this and find that I've messed up a lot of the paintings, then there will be tears and gnashing of teeth. Hopefully that won't be the case, though. Let's carry on northward. We got those two. Were there any pictures on this one? Apparently not. And we previously broke this open. Unfortunately, it doesn't give us access to that garden area. I really thought that's what we were going to get. But alas. We can check out the north side. Let's have a look through the north door. See what we find. Use a key. Dark room security. We need it, but then it also blocks us off. But I think we're going to take it anyways, because the options are dark room. Although we have a utility closet. So we could place the dark room, go back to the utility closet, turn things on, stop by the commissary, get the salt shaker, and then head through the dark room and hopefully find security elsewhere. But if we take security right now, then we guaranteed have a path through the boiler room on both sides. And the conference room. The risky play or the guaranteed play? I think we're going to be a little bit exciting and take the risky play. Let's do it. There's the dark room. I have to take a step in. Lights go out. Oh, shoot. Alright, well, I lost the risky play because this is a security door. Oh, no. I can't go through. Oopsie daisy. Alright, we really need to find the security room somewhere else then. Ah, my bad. Also, it's not as short a trip to the utility closet as I thought. Okay, I've messed this up. There is a ton. Oh, the secret garden spread fruit throughout the house. They all ended up here. Wow. Okay, time for that salt shaker. Nice. We have 95 money. Salt shaker, there we go. I don't want a compass. I still don't know what this is. Coat and bench. Seat? Coat and seat? Almost. Yeah, I don't know. Jacket? Wait, jacket and... No. Alright. That conference room. Wow. Food 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's quite a bit of food. Oh man. We are munching away. Well, there goes all of our steps. We got a lot more. Leopard, cat, perch, rondelle, tray. I don't know. I don't know. Heading through to the courtyard. There's the trunk. We use our sledgehammer on it. I actually forgot about that. 2 more keys. Alright, we're doing much better on keys now. Okay, so security is kind of the main thing we need to find. Let's have a look through the boiler room. We need to open this door. And then I'm going to divert the power over here. That way, when we're drafting, we can see which rooms pass power, like the security room. Mount Holly gift shop would be nice too, but security definitely is the one we're going to go for. We need it. We can now get into the antechamber. Do we bother walking through? We need... What do we need? We don't need anything from the antechamber, do we? He gives us a basement key, I believe. We'll walk through anyways. It's cool. There we go. We got ourselves a basement key. I don't think we have a use for it. But it's in our possession now. We'll no longer be able to see all 3 floor plans. I can live with that. There's the antechamber. Should have some food on here, right? There's usually an apple or something. Oh, there's a key card. Whatever good that does us. None at this point. That's alright. We can open this anyways. Let's do so. Alright, archive floor plan. It has power. Ooh, this is a little bit risky. I don't know what it could be. 1 gem? Must be good, right? We pay for it? Oh, the laboratory. Hey, and the door faces the right way. That's good. Let's have a look through here as well. Laboratory, I think, is like the last thing we have left to power. The furnace, the weight room, the archive floor plan. We'll just do this archive floor plan here. I don't care about those. Oh, the vestibule. Interesting. Alright, before we head through the vestibule, let's go in here. We can start an experiment. I guess I should have done that before drafting. What sort of experiments do we have? Each time you find some trash while digging, each time you unlock or bypass a security door, whenever you draft a shop room. Set your steps to 40, gain 3 gold for each red room in your house, or add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. That one has no value to us. The 3 gold for each red room in your house, do we have any? We have, oh yeah, we do. We have a couple. So we could gain some money. Set your steps to 40 is actually pretty interesting to me. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door. The reason this interests me is because we've already gone through the dining hall. We've eaten a lot of apples and stuff from the conference room. unless we find a kitchen, we're not getting many more steps today. And we do know that there are a couple security doors that we can guaranteed bypass or unlock. So I think we're going to do that because it means I can go running all the way back down to the basement, open the antechamber north wall, and then return and open those security doors. And we'll recover some of our steps that way. Oh, shoot. Of course, this one here is a security door. Okay. But that's beneficial to us, right? We can use that. So, this is powered. I don't know what to do with it. I had to look back through my screenshots of the science stuff, and the science stuff was using the elements to spell out words, which I don't think is necessarily what we need here. Or if it is, then I don't know what words we're trying to spell out. Actually, that could be what we need. If we look up here, that would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? We're using these to spell out words. What words are we spelling? What are our options? Actually, hold on. Maybe I should be thinking a little bit more on this. Also, we have beer. Oh, paint and pint. I think I did this one before. Yeah, I did this one before. But here, if I'll take a picture of that. And hold on, let me open that on my other screen here so I can see it. We've got that open. We're going to compare against the periodic table of elements to see which ones line up with which. Well, hydrogen is 3. F is 8. Ne is 12. S is 2. 9 and 11 there are Te for 9. And I for 11. Rn for 10. Re for 5. Eu is 6. Th is 4. Pa is 7. Pu is 1. Okay. With that, we need to figure out what word we're going to be spelling. I think that's what makes sense to me, given that's what the classroom is teaching us. But I have no idea. No clue. I don't even know what we'd expect to happen when we solve this. Like, I'm looking at these letters, H, F, S, then N, E, R, N, R, E, E, U, T, H, P, A, P, W, or P, U, I mean. There must be a note somewhere. It's like this, heating and cooling curves. Randolph M. Thaw. TH. No, we don't have AW. What about this one over here? Because we don't know that this has any value. Cinca. Do we have S? Y? There's no Y, so we can't do Cinca. I don't know. Okay. Anyways, let's head on back through the archives. We're going to go all the way to the basement. It's a little bit of a trip, but we can do it. I am curious about this though, like, what do we need to do to get this working? I have, oh. Yeah, the keycard system's turned off, but, like, is there anything I can do here? Or do I have to enable it from above? Where is this? So let's try and figure this out. If we are looking up at the sky here, and we consider the tunnel. Ooh. Hang on, actually. So this is the reservoir. That's the fountain over there. So we have the fountain. We have the cliffside. We have this walking under the mountain on the west side of the... or the hill on the west side of the building. So this must be on the west side of the building somewhere. I wonder. Yeah, so it must be down over there. If we head up here... Uh-oh, that's the fountain? Oh, that doesn't line up at all. Oopsie. Interesting. I think they may have messed that up a little bit, because the fountain, by our estimation there, would be like way out that way. So the 3D model might not line up. But is there an elevator around here? Through the outer room? Through this, maybe? Is there anything over here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Very odd. I wonder what that elevator's about. I think on the map it was called the foundation elevator, right? That mean there's a way through here? What if there was something up against the building that I've never checked? Oh well. Let's head on back. We'll get to do a security door to recover our steps up to 40. And then we're going through the antechamber. Actually, maybe we should explore all the rooms before going to the antechamber, because I don't know if it's going to end our day or something along those lines. The chapel, the den. I would really like to find the showroom and buy a couple things. Hopefully the moon pendant, for example. Commissary, I don't think... Oh yeah, the compass I don't really need. Yeah, passageway. I'm pretty darn sure the passageway had a locked door. By that I mean a security locked door. Oh, this one did. For sure. There we go. Set our steps to 40. The foundation. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold on. Is that because I just went there? Alright, well, we might have learned something here. Does not reset each day. The foundation. Oh. Does that mean we can always just go down there to come up in the middle of the house? That is really cool. What if we could get this all the way up near the antechamber? How does this work? Does not reset each day, so it's going to be there in the middle of our house forever? I don't know if I want that, actually. No, we gotta take it. It's new. There you go. Experiment successful. Set steps to 40. Can't go through these walls. Ah. Now what? How do I lower this? Oh, there's a digging pile. Let's do that. Does it have a remote? No, it has a key. Which is actually good, because we're running low on keys. But how do I get this lowered? Oh, another digging pile. Or is it the kind of thing where now that I've discovered the foundation, we can get this lowered? Has it been an option all along where I had to come down from the north? Like the ladyship's chamber, right? We found a note saying the ladyship's chamber was only discoverable if you came down from the north on the west side. Is it a similar thing here, so that it's always in this spot and it always points in these directions? Because this seems a little bit too symmetrical, right? It's too convenient, but we always go up this way. How do I get there? Yeah, maybe we can use this from below now. I'm tempted to run all the way back down and check. If I were wrong, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out. So that's 20 back at least. We got plenty of steps. Let's try. Let's go find out. Does not reset each day. I don't know that I really like that though. That just takes away from our available rooms. And it kind of sits in the middle, so it makes things a little bit awkward from going from the entrance hall upwards. Nope, still nothing. Oh, hold on. Why are there pictures down here? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, all right. Well, we found it. We got an elevator just appeared on us. Oh, but then you wouldn't be able to use this without the key card. So, how does that work? If I do this, we go up. Maybe if I lower it, and then just leave it lowered for the rest of the day. That's neat. So we're here now. And it didn't even cost us a step. The lantern is at head height. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back down. There are pictures here. Did those appear because of where this foundation was placed? That must be it. So we have flower, grow, growth, grown, something like that. And theater. Play, stage, theater. Rehearsal. Dance. Acting. I don't know. I don't see a relationship between those two. I think I'm going to run all the way back and leave this down here so that we can see if tomorrow this is still down here for us to go up. I just don't really see the use of it because unless we hardly ever get locked out on the lower ranks. So, and then all this does is it gives us more doors on the lower ranks. It is something new though, so I'm glad we found it. That's pretty nice. I like that kind of shelf. Dune or sand. And I don't know what this is. Creme brulee, dessert. Sugar. Spoon. Huh. There's probably a really obvious synonym for dessert that I'm not thinking of. I feel like there is something. I'm just not quite coming to mind. Does the weight room happen before or after we get set to 40 steps? We could do this one. I think it happens before. Ooh. Nope. It happens after. Ouch. Well, that hurts a little bit. Yikes. Because we don't have any more security rooms now. Okay. Well, fan and dessert. Oh, there we go. Haha. Found another one. I can explore a little bit and then return to this security door. We'll keep this as a steps count increaser. Oh, hold on. And also a spot with power. Vestibule first. Heading northward. Music room for a major and a minor key. Archive floor plan with a gem. Do I need the music room? Here's the question. Can we find multiple sanctum keys in the music room? Or did we find the one that's assigned to the music room? Like we've had one from the tunnel. We've had one from the trunk at the bottom of the reservoir. We've had one from the music room. Are there other places to find sanctum keys, or is it just whenever we get a major key, there's a chance that it's a sanctum key, you know? Can I find it in the locksmith, right? Should I take this just in case? Let's just take the archive floor plan. It's the clock tower, which we'll head up, sure. See if there's anything to be found up here. There's that poem. I have no idea what to make of that poem. It's very well written. It's also very riddle-like. Oh! Hey! An antique silver stopwatch. We haven't gotten this before. For the next 1 minute, you will not lose steps when entering rooms, keys when opening doors, or gems when drafting special rooms. Really? It's kind of neat. For the next 1 minute. Well, that's fine. I'm not going to be making use of it. Yeah. Wheat and flame. Rain and flame. Huh. Okay, well, the stopwatch is neat. Of course, you have to run all the way back down. But, so that takes up half a minute. Well, now we've gotten it. The office, the servants' quarters, and... we don't know. We could do the office, I suppose. It says gem requirement 2. Oh, right, yeah, because we don't have the emerald bracelet right now. Earning some money is meh. And then we'd have one more door. And I would hope that it's the showroom, but I doubt it. Here we can cross over into it. What do we have? Okay, stopwatch has run out. That's a T. We've marked that one before. Well, we can spread money and it'll go into the conference room. Why not? There we go. This note here, what did this say? Also, we can open this thing to reveal the safe. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Yeah. I don't know. Those might be a clue. Okay, that's the thing about the lever for the antechamber. Okay. We don't want to take this door. We'd rather go back to the weight room and recover our steps. So let's do that. There we are. Back up to 40. Master bedroom. +1 step for each room in your house. That's cool. The mail room doesn't do us any good. The showroom. Is it a 1 gem requirement? Have we even been in the master bedroom? I don't think we have. Let's take it. Now I think about that. Cost us 2. In theory, we get set to 40, and then that happens. Because that's what it did with this place. Plus 43. Wait, what? Oh, +1 step for each room. I was thinking each bedroom. Each room in your house. Wow. Okay. Neat. Hey, we have a puzzle box. Okay, very well worth coming in here. What do we have? We have stuff to read. We have keys on the counter. The master bedroom. This is mine now, I guess. Cannons, really? That's kind of in poor taste, isn't it? The Red Prince. To my encouraging uncle, who opened many doors for me, ever grateful, Mary. Oh no, I need a magnifying glass for this. Can't read it. The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. We've read this before. I'm wondering if it's a different one. Hang on. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you. In fact, in the same room. Yep. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince in his book, the red book we just read. That's it. Okay. There's a nice picture of presumably us and our great uncle Herbert and our mother, who looks the same in every photograph. Oh, what is this? We have glass door, stained door, yeah, glass door and flight, plane and pane. Yeah, pane is missing, so this would be an L. We are 3rd from the top. Let's quickly make that note. L, 3rd from the top on the rightmost side. Okay. We'll figure out the puzzle and then we'll go read across the way. Morajai box. Fun for the family. Morajai boxes were a popular fad in the early 30s among both the peerage and common crowds. These small mechanical puzzle boxes originated on the island Morajai as a children's game. It quickly gained popularity among seafarers who valued the compact boxes as both lockbox and entertainment on long voyages. Over time, the boxes spread from port to port and eventually found their way into the homes and hearts of every realm. A traditional Morajai box is distinguished by a lid featuring a 3x3 grid of white and gray tiles. Each white tile can be pressed like a button, which will change the color of that tile and the surrounding squares. The goal of each box is to find a way to make all 4 corner tiles into white squares. These simple rules evolved as the game spread across the world. Regional variations introduced new colors and mechanics, offering greater challenges and a local flavor. While the fad may have ended, Morajai boxes still make for a memorable gift for both collectors and puzzle enthusiasts. So something I got from that is that if the one coming from Morajai had white squares changing the colors of things, then white must be the right color for Morajai. So I'm going to go and make that a note under our realm stuff. Okay. And then we just need to get, white corners on everything. If I do this, ooh, hold on. Ooh. Oh no. If I turn those ones off, turn these on. Oof. This isn't going well. I need... How do we do this? There we go, we got it. I honestly, I didn't really solve that. I kind of just clicked until it worked out. Allowance token. Your allowance has been raised by 2. Which puts us at like 38 or something, right? 40. We're at 40. There is a letter here to be read. Herb, the controls for the Foundation elevator are located behind the Foundation wall. Oh. This means the controls can only be accessed by another room adjacent to the Foundation. Unclear if this is a security feature or a flaw. Please advise. What? Okay. So that means it would be in this room that we can't access. Okay. Fair enough. Huh. That's interesting. We found all this Foundation stuff in one day here. Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but by now you must know that... Okay. I don't know. Or maybe I do. What did you want to tell me? I never intended to finish writing this letter, but by now you must know the... That's not helpful. Am I missing anything in here? Can we open this somehow? That's the puzzle box. Well, if we get a magnifying glass, we need to return here so I can read that. Whoa, there's a sword. Interesting looking sword. Oh, what's this? MCCX3. Okay, and a coat of arms. And another sword. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of all those together. Interesting. Alright, we have 81 steps. And the clock tower's a dead end now. We'll just head back through the laboratory. I don't know what word we'd be trying to make here. But I think that's probably the right path. Is to have... If we were to form those numbers on this, and pick out a word, it would do something, I guess. Yeah. Alright, well, let's head into the antechamber. Time to see room 46, hopefully. Through the foyer. Wow, what a fitting entrance here. Alright, what is in room 46 here? Oh, yeah, we can walk in. Oh, yeah. Alright. Does that say Jones? Jones. Alright, look at this. 8 realms in 8 months. Pins. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, hold on. His, the sigils, he has little postcards. So we just have to put this in the order that he traveled to each place. So once we've completed the different sigils, we'll know what order to put these in. Cool. Marigold with no bust for some reason. An apple? A rose? In a cart? That's exactly like the picture that we couldn't solve. Which I really think the answer should be Prince, but apparently it isn't. Because there's no letter. Oh, there's a sanctum key! We have 72 steps, so we can make it back. Ooh, yeah. Let's read this. The first key found here on the furthest rank. The second locked tight in the vault of a bank. Oh! The third is high up among all the clocks. Okay, we've got a sanctum key up in the clock tower then. And the fourth down below, beneath all the docks. We did find that one. That's the one in the trunk. The fifth key is held by a king on his throne. The sixth in a station left by one of your own. Oh. In the station? The seventh is major if you draft it quite late. We did get that one. That's from the music room. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. The last door of 8. Well, you opened that door, so maybe it's in there? The first key found here on the furthest rank. Awesome. So we've got that. Locked tight in the vault of a bank. We just have to find more deposit keys and get into the vault. The third is high up among all the clocks, so we need to get up there and figure that one out. The fourth down below, we got that. Fifth key is held by a king on his throne. Is that in the attic then? Oh wait, where's the seat? There was something about the seat that all the predecessors have sat in. That would be the throne. The sixth in a station left by one of your own. Where was the station? Through that tunnel. Oh, okay. So I'm going to have to do some stuff with the water then. We need to get the reservoir back up. Okay, sure. We can do that. I get a crown. The crown of the blueprints, the former ruby crown of Orinda Ares, recently set with fresh cut sapphires. Oh, ruby crown of Orinda Ares. This is the one that was stolen. The first time you draw a red room while drafting, you may remove it from today's draft pool. If you do, gain 1 gem and redraw floor plans. What? What? Why have I not come back here sooner? Oh, man. That's pretty helpful. Epson? And Sinclair. The crescent moon. With an unlit fireplace. And a clock. Wow. So why don't we just get this stuff when we first came to room 46? He did a cutscene. What happened after that? Did I miss something? This secret room is not as secure as you thought. We have your letters. 8 letters, 8 payments, 100 gold. Instructions to follow. Okay. Hey, we're almost there at 100 gold. But they don't have our letters. One of them was in the safe. Okay, okay. Did I just mess up by not re-entering this room after the cutscene or something? I'm gonna have to look back at that. This is clearly... yeah, I don't know. Reds. Prince. Jones. So we have this crown that lets us bypass the first red room encountered. Wow. Cool stuff. The pendulums are frozen. Is that meaningful? 130? Is that when I entered, or is that... I mean, that seems pretty specific. 130, the birds are out. The pendulum is stuck. This one is at 520? We have 130, 520. I don't know if those matter. Oh, hold on. These are the sigil, like the different realms. Do these do anything? I can't click on them. Alright, well, we have a sanctum key. We're going to head back down there. I am very curious about this stuff. I'm going to take another screenshot of this because I don't know if I did in the first place. Instructions to follow. Well, I'd be happy to spend 100 gold getting letters. Oh, we want to go to the clock tower. The clock tower has a sanctum key. And I have a lot of steps. The sanctum key up high. So it must be to do with this riddle. There's a black brook. This riddle right here. Southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westerly winds, robe like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. S-A-C-R-E-D, sacred. Sacred mean anything? This is probably a specific time of day kind of puzzle. Does this thing say anything? So, southward I see a swan, ashen like sands of the shore, carried by westerly winds, robe like the moon of the north. So we need to do this when the moon is in the north side? Eastward I see a crow, dark are the days coming forth. Robe like the moon of the north. What time does the moon go by? Oh, that's not north. Oh, there's the moon of the north. Ah, hold on. Okay. Hold on, okay. Southward I see a swan. So we need to get a swan in the south. How do we get a swan in the south? Okay, I think I get it now. Ashen like sands of the shore. Carried by westerly winds, robe like the moon of the north. Eastward I see a crow. Westerly winds, and eastward I see a crow. Oh, hold on. Is this the swan? Southward I see a swan. Here's the swan. We need to have this facing south. So I need to get the clock tower drafted from above, maybe? And then the swan would be in the south. The moon thing would be in the north. And then the crow and the westerly winds. If this is south, that would be north. I was thinking westward I see the crow. Or eastward I see a crow. Yeah, I was thinking maybe we put this in the spot where a crow is one of the paintings, so then we have the crow on the east wall, but that doesn't work because that would be the northerly wall if this was the southern. Curious what this is about here. I'm sure this puzzle is about where we place it in the entire mansion. Which could be pretty frustrating, right? I guess we'd have to get a lot of dice if I figure out where it's supposed to be and what orientation it is. We have to get a lot of dice and approach it probably from the north. The crow. Yeah, the only crow I can think of is one of the paintings. And then it has this symbol for this realm. Nope, I don't know. Alright, well, we'll head back down. I'll have to think about that one. Yeah. This isn't changing at all. anything to be seen from down here. Just a lot of gears. Okay. Well, let's head down then. Are these swans relevant? There are a lot of clocks in this room. It's a dark clock like a crow. Eastward is the crow, southward is the swan. We are facing, that is south and east. Westerly winds. I don't know. Is there anything in here? I know we had like a filing cabinet. There was a note, but I don't feel there was anything important that we found. He's just talking about there being a lot of work to do. Why did we come through here? This was opened. Oh wait, no, this was a path around. Right. Interesting. Alright, which door do we open? Do we continue left to right, or do we head back and forth? Let's go back and forth. Sanctum key. Use it. Open the door. Okay. So this is a symbol. Great. Is this Morjai? Let me consult my drawing. So here, let's bring that up now. If I open it here. Okay, there we are. So, I'm not sure what's going on with the scaling here. Try increasing that so you can see it. Okay. The way this works here is we had the schoolroom with all the kids' stuff, and you can see I marked off which ones were correct and which ones are wrong in this. Now, we know that this one in the middle is wrong because that is Fen Ares. That Fen Ares took over this country. That's where we reside now. And so they're saying, I hope this isn't a political statement saying that, whatever, obviously we've got a thing going on between people who believe in the old kingdom versus the new kingdom and all that stuff. So that's wrong. If we have a look at the other ones, so all the other ones, they have the Fen Ares symbol for this, so that's how we know it's Fen Ares. And they were all correct. I didn't bother with this. We didn't actually need this worksheet. And then we look at the others, comparing that against the maps. So this is also the way we can tell what's Fen Ares. So Orinda Ares is what it used to be called. Now it's called Fen Ares. We have Arch Ares, Iraja, Nuance, and then Morajai, Vera, and Korarika. This is the left part of the map. This is the right part of the map. And so if we compare that here, we see there's the right part of the map, the left part of the map, and these are the symbols that lined up. So that one there is Vera. Because, yeah, we look here, Vera is that lower portion. So just going back and forth, it was pretty easy. Just checking what was right, what was wrong on the students. There was a little bit of comparison between the students to figure out the symbols, right? So the maps tell us the names of the regions, but it doesn't tell us the symbols. The students' answers are what told us the symbols. And eventually, we got this. So Korarika, Morajai, Fen Ares, Arch Ares, Iraja, Nuance, and Vera. So we now have Nuance and Vera. Those sanctum rooms are open. We also have the Fen Ares and the original name, which I keep forgetting. Hang on. What is the original name? Orinda Ares. Keep forgetting that for some reason. So Orinda Ares was replaced by Fen Ares. That's the whole war thing. So there we go. So now that we know that, we have the Vera sigil open. Nuance is green, by the way. Let's go put that in. Because we do know that from a stamp and from... What was it? Something else told us that it was green. Oh, from one of the puzzle boxes. Hang on. I just noticed that my screen... Oh, I see. I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay, we're good. So if we do this, we want green. And if I bring up the picture for green... So green is slanted lines. So that's not the right thing. There you go. We want to do this. So we get the slanted lines. Oh, maybe this one first. Those are the wavy lines. That might be it. Slanted lines like that for green. I think so. So that's the correct border, but we don't know what the moats or the rays are for nuance yet. So we'll have to figure that one in time as we get more information. It looks to me like that might be an opening there. Can we see an opening from the other side on this one? We can. Huh. Odd. Alright, cool. Well, we'll figure those out eventually. If nuance is green... Moragi is white, I'm pretty sure. Because we just did the Moragi puzzle box and it had white corners. Now I don't know what the one we did in the trading post was. I'll have to look back at that. Yeah. Because the trading post used yellow and green, I think. So that might tell us which sigil requires which color. I think we had to fill out the yellow ones. Might be wrong on that. Anyway. I think that's pretty much all for today. We're going to run back through this area. I'm just going to head through that red door, have a look at the padlock. I don't think we found any good clues towards it, though. We'll just see what's there. Oh, we have to adjust it from downstairs to get access. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Not worth the trouble. I don't have any idea what's on that padlock. So, yeah, we'll just call it a day, I believe. We put our emerald bracelet back in the coat check. That's good. We got to the antechamber, found a ransom note, I guess. And a clue of where to find the other sanctum keys. Excellent. All right. A very successful day. Mount Holly Garden Chateau.